Hi everyone, welcome to Cook with Vicky show. This is a steamed bun with meat and egg and Chinese sausage. It's very good to eat for breakfast or anytime that you're hungry. Hope you enjoy and please subscribe. Today I'm going to show you how to make steamed bun. Here I have one package of steamed bun flour. You can get it at any Asian market. It can be any brand. Half pound of ground pork, Chinese sausage. I'm going to use about 3 links. And here's the 8 boiled egg already cooked and peeled. You can set it on the side. And half bundle of vermicelli noodle that I soak in the water for 15 minutes until it becomes soft. And here I have 3 wooden ear, or you can call black fungus, that I soak in the water in 10-15 minutes and it becomes soft and ready to use. And I have 1 cup of milk, half cup of sugar, juice of half lemon or lime. We're gonna use 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And we're gonna use some oyster sauce, salt, black pepper, and about 1/4 of the onion. You can use the medium onion. Will be chopped small. And let's go do some cooking. Okay, we're gonna make the steamed bun filling right now. Yeah, though I have wood fungus after I soak in the water, it comes soft, ready for chop up. Make sure you cut the heart of the wooden ear and discard it because it's hard. Okay, what you do, I'm going to roll it up like this. Okay, chop it small like this. You know, if you have food processor, you can put them all in and chop them all up. But do it very fine chop. Chop it very small, right? Okay, I think that's good. Now we're going to put in the bowl. Now come to the noodle. It's already become soft and easy to cut. You chop it small like this too. There you go. There you go. Okay, you see it? Okay, now we're going to chop some onion. Fine chop onion. I do like that. Like I said, if you don't want to chop it up, you can use food processor and chop it up. This one you must chop small, fine chop. Make sure you get them all back and chop it up again. Okay, after you're done, I put in the pot. I'm gonna I already opened the bag of the steamed bun flour, and I'm gonna put everything in here, but make sure you reserve about a table or a couple tablespoons in the bag, so that way you can use it to put on the cutting board and you can knead the dough later a little bit. That don't have to be too much. And in here I'm gonna add half cup of sugar. There you go. And cup of milk. I reserve a little bit just in case it's too much. Don't pour them all in, okay? Now I'm going to start kneading it. Okay, now we're going to knead the dough at first at very low speed so it can input. I'm going to set it on number 3. And you let it knead for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, this is what it looks like. I'm going to put here the half of the lemon or lime, whatever you have, the juice of it. And I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. There we go. And I'm going to turn on the machine to knead for another 10 minutes. Okay, so we will be back in 10 minutes. Okay, after another 10-minute kneading, and here I have, that's what it looked like. You're gonna scrape it up and pull it out and knead into the little bowl. There you go. Like this. Don't have to do too much. Right? You can use the same mixing bowl, or you can use a different bowls you like. I'm going to use the same mixing bowl and put it in, and cover it with kitchen towel and leave it in a warm place to rest for another 30 minutes. Here I have onion in the pot. I'm going to put my ground pork in. Okay, at medium heat. Let it cook a little bit. Then I'm going to add, you can hear the sound a little bit. There you go. Now I'm going to add in the vermicelli noodle and the black fungus that we chopped up earlier. Everything in. And here I also have, I'm going to put in half teaspoon sugar, teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. Just keep stirring it up until it all cooked through. Take a few minutes. Okay? Make sure you stir it up and separate the meat, otherwise it becomes big chunk. When the meat all cooked through at this point, you can taste it and see how it tastes. Okay, see if it needs a little bit more seasoning. Let me taste it. Always taste your cooking. It's already cooked through. Let me taste it. I think I'm going to add another teaspoon of oyster sauce. And that's it. And let it cool. And from this point, I'm gonna do like 8 portions of the meat and 3 to 4 portions of no meat. Okay, so at this point, I can use a spoon, just like this. I'm going to scoop up. You know, when you do a half time, when it cool down, you can roll to a little bowl and put it in the refrigerator for it cool down easier. When it bind together, you can roll it into a bowl, but I don't have time, so I'm going to do this, right? So each of the portion, I'm going to scoop up in the spoonful. And I have another one. 8. Right? I can put in a little bit more if you think the portion is too little, and add more. Like I said, if you like a lot of meat, and you can add some more meat in there. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, let it cool down a little bit. Actually, I'm going to put it in freezer. Let it freeze for, few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, while waiting for the dough to rest in 30 minutes. Okay, so we will be back when the dough ready to make the steam bun. Okay, I'm going to cut the sausage. This I'm going to cut in 4. So I'm going to have about 8 bun with meat and about 2 to 4 bun with no meat, depending on how big you want the bun. I'm just going to cut it up slice like this. Cut in 4. Each one of these is for 1 bun. So I want to keep them separate so I can put it in evenly for each one of them. Here's one. I'm going to keep on cutting it. Okay, here's the sausage that I cut up in small pieces like this, and I divide it into 8 portions. So we're going to have 8 buns with meat. And then the last one, I'm going to slide diagonally like this. I want to make some bun with no meat. Okay. Let's set that on the side. And for the egg, I'm going to cut each one of these in half. You don't cut, you roll like this and you put together with the sausage. Okay, that's how you cut the egg so you don't break the yolk. Okay. So 8 of them, and for the one that do with the meatlet, I'm gonna save it, put the whole egg in there. Okay. Now remember, I reserve a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of these bun flour. I'm gonna sprinkle some on the cutting board, just like that. Always clean your hand. And here's my dough after it rests 30 minutes in the warm place. Okay. So now I'm gonna cut the dough and divide it into I think about 10 portions. Okay. Each one of these. Let's see if I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me do it again. Okay, 1, 4, 5 portions. Okay, let me put it back to the bowl and do the second one. 10 portions, so about 10. Now get them all out. Make sure you cover while you work with the portion of it. Each portion, you make sure you cover it. Okay, now you can coat it a little bit more flour, just like this. And you pick 1 portion out, because here it is, I use the same bowl, and after I cut, I put in here and I cover it with the clean kitchen towel. And now, you're going to roll the dough out. You can use some flour to coat the rolling pin like this and roll it out. You don't have to roll it out too much, right? Just thick enough to put the meat in. Okay. Just like that. It's about that big. Okay. In here, I have 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and I'm going to mix in another tablespoon of water, so make it loosen up a little bit, and you will see. Right? Make sure it mix them all up. Set it on the side. Alright, and let me go get the meat out so we can roll the bun. You see this in my meat? I put in the freezer for about 10 minutes. And then I take it out and cool down, easier for me to mold it. Right? Okay. Let me get 1 portion out and I mold it. Like this. Before you put the meat down, and I'm going to brush that portion that I just made oyster a little bit with water in there. Just put them in here, like that. Okay? And now I'm going to put my meat down. Make sure you squeeze them tight together like a ball so it don't come apart. And I put a portion of Chinese sausage, and the egg. And you just lift this up, lift this up, lift this up, just like that, all the way around. Okay? And you hold it in your hand, just like that. You squeeze them all tight together. You see? It become a bun. There you go. Make sure it stick together, close together. If it doesn't, you can put a little water in and it will, you pin them all together, it will stay together, okay? I'm going to get the plate and put them on the plate. Before we do that, we do the steam, make sure I have some wax paper or parchment paper. I'm going to cut them in 10 pieces. And then you can put it on the bottom of the bun before you steam. That way it don't stick to the steamer. It's hard to get out. Okay, let me cut this. Just like that, okay? 6, I need to cut 4 more. And then when you're done, it's okay if it's stick like that. You put them like this, right? And I want to put on the plate and make sure you cover it. You use another towel, you cover it until you're done before you put on the, you see, make sure it's all clean, right? Each one of them after you're done, you cover it like that. Here's the bun that I did, 2 of them that meatless and 3 that are meat. Okay, here I have the pot of water, my steamer that I just turn on and it's already boiling. At this point, you open it up, make sure you drain the steam of the lid. Don't let the water on the lid, because it's going to drip on the bun. Not very good. And then when it boils, you turn it down to the low heat. You add 1 tablespoon of vinegar, just like that. Turn up medium and you put it on the steamer. You set the steamer for 20 minutes. Okay? Make sure all the water in the lid come out. You can get the paper towel and wipe it dry. Let's do that at the medium-low heat for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes it's done, I take it out. And here's the, you use a plastic wrap, saran wrap. You need to wrap them up, right? Use 1 piece like this. It's still hot. So that's what I do. Can you see it? I'm gonna wrap it up, like that. Okay? I'm gonna do another one. There you go. And I wrap the second piece just like that. Okay? Right? And if you don't finish it all, you can keep in refrigerator up to a week, or you can freeze it. It still tastes good after a week. Or you can freeze it and defrost when you're ready to eat, and reheat in microwave for a minute or so, a couple minutes, and it's good to go. Okay, I'm going to keep doing it until all of it wrap up, okay? Right. Okay, I've done this. I'm going to get the other 5 and wrap it up, and we're done. There you have it.